Whilst the martial arts series Wu Assassins wasn't given a second season on Netflix, it has returned in the form of a film,
Fistful of Vengeance,
directed by Dutch action maestro Roel Reiner. But is it a worthwhile follow-up or a final nail in the story's coffin? The fact that Wu Assassins wasn't renewed on Netflix tells you that it failed to hit the streaming service's secretive benchmark. While no one knows what the measuring stick for success is there, it's clear that John Worth and Tony Krant's 10-episode season struggled to reach the numbers of The Witcher and Stranger Things. Still, it must have done something right if Netflix was willing to part with money to create a follow-up movie. The question is, do you need to watch the series before the film? The answer is no. Speaking to MovieWeb about Fistful of Vengeance, Lawrence Cowell, who plays Tony Uwais, said, "It is sort of like a standalone movie. You don't necessarily have to watch the first season to understand what's going on." This is pretty accurate. Whilst prior knowledge of the show helps to understand some of the emotional setups, it isn't crucial as the film gives you a quick rundown of where the story is at in the opening scene. Set in Bangkok, Thailand, Kai Jin, played by Iko Uwais, Lucian Lee, played by Louis Tan, and Tommy, played by Kao, are out to avenge the death of Tommy's sister Jenny, an event from Wu Assassins. In the quest for vengeance, however, they discover something bigger, something that threatens the fate of the entire world. New characters such as Pearl Tusi Zama and Francesca Corni's Priya add to the assortment of mystique and mayhem as they help Kai, Lucian, and Tommy to save the world. Whilst it's clear that Fistful of Vengeance tries to stand on its own without too much reliance on the audience having seen Wu Assassins, it does feel slightly different from the show. For one, it doesn't rely as heavily on mysticism and lore like the series did, choosing to be more straightforward action with basic elements of fantasy sprinkled throughout. Also, it moves at a breakneck speed with almost no time for you to capture your breath in between the fight scenes. That said, Fistful of Vengeance focuses on what it should, the breathtaking, heart-bursting out of your chest action. If you're a fan of The Raid or The Night Comes For Us, you're in for the best time you can have without lube, as this film puts the pedal to the metal here. Whilst Uwais and Tan are at the center of every single fight, delivering inventive fight sequences that'll have you roundhouse kicking your couch in delight, the supporting cast like Kao, Corny, and Tusi step up in a huge way. Tusi's gun-fu style looks like it could have been pulled straight out of John Wick, as she certainly makes a claim to being cast in future action flicks. The stunt and action choreography teams deserve major credit here though, as their work elevates what would have been a simple story to a must-see action spectacle. There's one particular scene where everyone is fighting at different locations in the building and is showcased in a single shot in perfect harmony, leaving you wondering why big blockbusters with massive budgets rely so heavily on shaky cam for action scenes. Yeah, we're looking at you, Snake Eyes. After watching Fistful of Vengeance, you can't help but wonder if there will be more Wu Assassin stories in the future. A return to the series format seems unlikely right now, but this movie model could be something for Netflix to explore in the future. As the action genre makes a comeback, there's a need for more films like this. And hey, if Uwais and Tan haven't convinced you that they should be cast in a Double Dragon film yet, Fistful of Vengeance will undoubtedly change your mind.